Okay, so everyone can probably hear me now. So, as you can probably tell, I'm not showing my face yet, but you can hear my lovely dulcet tones talking to you before we go live with the hair. So, and I'm waiting for the chat to catch up to you, just so I can start seeing reactions here. So, yes. Before we get started, everybody, I have to just say a few things. So, I kind of went a little bit bold with this hair. Some of you, if you're on my Patreon, you've seen the hair already. I will say I'm a little bit nervous to show everybody because it's a little bit bold, and so I just be kind is all I ask. But I think you'll all like it. But I am mildly nervous to show everybody because it is bold. But I've been wanting to do it for a while, and I'm still not 100% sure how I feel about it yet, but I've been wanting to try it. All right, enough teasing. So I'm going to come on in just a second here, and you're going to see part of it, and then I will show you the other part of it. So there's two parts. You'll only be able to see part of it when I first come on. So, all right, here we go. Oh, boy. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So you see this part? I got the blue. Blue that matches the eyes. I wish you could see it. It's a little bit better in real life, and also my conditioner kind of crapped out on me today. I ran out of conditioner, so I probably need to wash it again to just sort of get these like loose ends off. But there's that. But here's the other part. Went for the half-shaved look. I think I pull it off. I'm a bit nervous on it. I'm a bit scared because it can cause a little bit of dysphoria. There's a couple moments of dysphoria with it. But I think I like it overall, and I think I'll like it better when some of the hair grows a little bit back. But there we go. What does everyone think? All right, I see people are seeing the regular. The chat hasn't caught up yet, but we're getting there. Oh boy, sorry, the chat's about to catch up in what I actually showed. So now I'm excited to see what everyone thinks. Oh my gosh, okay, everyone likes the blue. Now we're getting the half-shaved look. Okay, good. All right, good. Everyone loves it. That makes me feel really good. So I'm sitting here in hot anticipation of everybody like hating the half-shaved look. Okay, thank gosh. Yay. Okay. You went full Detmer, says Toby. Thank you. Yes, I was. I need to get like the Detmer implant on the side of my head now. That'll be perfect. Tendy would also be kind of cool with this, with like a longer haired Tendy from Lower Decks. Oh, thank you everybody. Okay. I've been, like, legitimately having a little bit of, like, a panic attack that everyone was going to jump on this stream, see that I did the half-shaved, and just absolutely hate it. But you all are very kind. Like, legitimately, this is, like, a weight off of my shoulders today. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Psychic Refugee. I've been wanting to do this look for a while. I've always wanted to do, like, the half-shaved look, and I think this looks really cool. I will say, I think I will like it a little bit more when this kind of comes in and this is a little bit darker here. So once this gets a little bit more darker with like some hair growing back in, I think I'll like it a little bit better than just sort of the full shaved. But as it is right now, I think it looks really, really cool. So, and I've been really, really wanting to do this for so long, and I've just been kind of like, there's like an old joke, and this is a joke. Oh, thank you everybody. By the way, Vale, like congrats on getting back to work today. But there's that old joke that all trans women want to be cyberpunk warriors, and all trans men want to be drowned Victorian boys. I know it's an over stereotype, but it's kind of a slightly true stereotype to a degree, and I definitely fall in the I want to be a cyberpunk warrior. Oh my gosh. All right, I legitimately I've had kind of the hair was good. There's other stuff that happened today that kind of made a crap day today, so this is honestly I needed this. Also, oh no, Vera's in here. Vera's technically I kind of look a little bit like someone in the Discord the other day said I looked like Vera mixed with something else. Vera mixed with Detmer from Star Trek Discovery. So Vera, I kind of stole your hair to a degree. I've been wanting to do this regardless of you doing it, but this is somewhat your hairstyle, Vera. Yeah, my only other complaint with this is, like, I wanted a darker blue, because this blue will, like, fade away pretty quickly, so I'm probably going to have to I have to learn how to do the blue myself, to be very honest, because it costs a little bit more than I was anticipating, but I think it'll be fine. I could write it off as a business expense because I'm using it for videos. Thank you, Vetmer. Yes, Vetmer. I haven't said hi to everybody yet, but apologies, everyone. Let me just quick, I'm not going to be able to say hi to everybody, but let me just quick say hi to everyone in chat. Ian Manning, good to see you. The Jambuji, apologies if I said that wrong. I'm going to apologize, I'm going to say this incorrectly, but Cianos, apologies if I'm totally bungling this. Ciancionia? I apologize. I know I've screwed that up, but welcome. I am sorry for butchering your name. Don't worry, I butcher my own name. Just Carolyn, good to see you. Homebody, Dragon Wings. So Sibohan, good to see you. Slickback, good to see you. Appropriate for this. Felix, etc. I like that name. Castellas, good to see you. Linda, Sarah, Miss Wicked Wolf, Louis Man Gaming, Flying Grindy Wheels. I love it. Sasha Grapco, good to see you. Good to see everybody. I hope everyone... Sugar Bun, good to see you. So yes, now that I have revealed the haircut, the hair look, today, as always, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat, welcome to the community. And what this is this chat is just every Thursday, I sit, we hang out, we chat about whatever anyone else wants to talk about. So, whatever anyone wants to talk about, if you have any questions, things like that, super chats, obviously also, as always, get a heart. So if you give a super chat, I give you a heart. But beyond that, we just sit and chat about whatever anyone wants to say, whatever anyone wants to talk about, and hopefully I will be able to talk. I'll be able to talk back and be somewhat coherent. So let's see. Cade asks, would you rather marry a Vulcan or a Romulan? Ooh, depends. Vulcans, I feel like, would be emotionally distant, and I feel like that could be really, really problematic for me. But I also feel like I could live with that, too, to a degree. As long as I got, like, a Sarek who, like, was very, like, he could be emotionally open at times, but only in, like, private situations. I can get behind that, because then I would also know that my partner would, like, be on time. I've had partners who are, like, always late to things, and it just drives me nuts. So I would like the logic regimented of it. Now, Romulans, I feel like Romulans would keep secrets from me all the time. And I don't think that would be, I don't think that's a healthy basis for a relationship. That whole culture is based on, just keeping secrets from people. So I feel like I would probably rather date a Vulcan, but there would have to be some very serious conversations going on. Oh, thanks, Corey. Thank you for saying you love the hair matching the eyeshadow. I mean, I color coordinate at this point. It's all... It's easy to color coordinate when, like, everything is one color. Let's see. Thank you for saying by the way, everyone who said love your hair, there's so many people that have come in and say love your hair. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, everyone else who said that. I really appreciate it. It's honestly very, very nice. I also like that I can kind of, like, if I really wanted to, I could just, like, do this and be like, all right. I feel like I can kind of, like, play, like two different characters now really well. Like, sort of like the non-binary look. Like, oh, I can do this, and then I can do this. I feel like that's kind of nice for two different characters. I can easily, like, do the jump between characters now that I'm asymmetrical in videos. I think it'll be kind of fun. Edward Bedor, heart to you. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. And you said, I'm drunk. Why? So Jessie can say, oh no. Oh no, Edward Bedor, you're drunk. Don't worry, I will join you on Saturday night. I'll be doing probably another one of my video game live streams on Saturday night. So if I haven't put it up now, I haven't put it up yet, but yeah, if anyone wants to join me Saturday nights, for the past 2 weeks, I've been just like drunk streaming some video games Saturday evening, just having a few beers and hanging out with everybody. So if anyone wants to hang out with me on Saturday night, I'll probably be playing some video games. I'm debating, I might play some more Banjo-Tooie. I also might play some Arkham Asylum. I've been feeling that, so. We'll also be playing Mass Effect whenever that comes out, the new version. Ren just joined, love the new hairstyle. Thank you so much, Ren. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Psychic Refugee, if you feel like awesome new hair means it's time for awesome new PFP. PFP. Personal PF. Why am I not knowing what PFP? Personal FP. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I'm probably being dumb. You're probably fine. I'm just probably being stupid, and can't remember what the hell that stands for. Make sure you get my boobs in frame. I paid for them. Might as well show them. I think I just want to be up higher in the frame. Let's see. Does Newt like the hairstyle? Newt doesn't care. Newt just wants food. He's like, you got new hair? Cool. Give me food. I love a color coordinated outfit. Well, half my stuff is blue, so of course it's going to be color coordinated. Wellington Smith, thank you so much for the super chat. Heart to you. I really appreciate it. You are lovely. Thank you so much for the super chat, Wellington. You said, can you flip your hair to the other side to flip it back for a big reveal? I can try. Let's see if that'll actually work. No. Also, my conditioner was bad last night. I ran out of conditioner, so I didn't have enough. So my hair's kind of frizzy. So I don't know if this will work. Can I do that? Can I do it? Can I make it? This is not. This is terrible. This is a terrible. Actually, this kind of looks kind of nice. As I choke on it. Oh God. Yeah. How do I? Okay. Also, it's like this is like a reverse mirror, so I don't even know. Can I do that? Can I? I don't think this works very well. This looks off. This was a terrible choice, Wellington. This is a terrible decision. Everyone, do you like my new hairdo? I'm really excited for people who are joining the chat right now and just seeing this. This is it. This is the new hairdo, everybody. Right here. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing from now on. I'm a child. Let's see if I can fix this up so it doesn't look awful. Oh my gosh. Let's see. There we go. Fix that up. I kept this right on hand because I was being very vain. Alright, there we go. There we go. Ah. Alright. There we are. That's much better. There we go. I'm in for that. Catherine Lambeth, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that, and I thank you for saying my hair looks amazing. You were lovely. Heart to you, Catherine Lambeth. I've got to see what the chat said to that. Me flip. Okay, good. Everyone's laughing at that. Oh my gosh, I'm glad you all. That is a look, says Selkie. It was definitely a look. Oh my gosh, I made a trans Starfleet emblem and emailed it to you. Yes, Jay, I'm so sorry. I thought I emailed you back. I saw that image that you emailed me, and I really liked it. I think I sent you an email back. Please don't choke on your hair. Jay the Pyromaniac, I thought I sent you an email back saying thank you so much, and I loved it. I thought it was really adorable. So I did get that email. I thought it was very cute. Check your email, because I'm 99% sure I sent you an email back saying thank you, but I might because my brain escapes me sometimes. Ooh. My brain escapes me sometimes, so I might have accidentally not done that, but I'm fairly sure I did. Andre Jones, thank you so much. Heart to you. You are lovely. Thank you so much for the super chat. Just wanted to say your love, saw your recent vid. Well, thank you so much. And actually, people didn't catch up on this in the video, but if you actually if you track the timeline of it, I actually filmed that video a few weeks ago. Because I mentioned in the video, it's like, oh, this is based on a video about, I'm blanking on her name, girl from The Mandalorian. Why am I blank? This isn't meant to disrespect her. I literally, like, do not remember. My brain just died on me. But I actually filmed that, actually, a few weeks ago, and I've just been saving it because I was nervous talking about the harassment and stuff. It's like, it's part of the job, unfortunately, when you're a trans YouTuber, but I also, like, sometimes want to just be careful with how I talk about it, so I held that video for a while, so the video was actually a couple weeks old, which actually kind of helped me wanting to put it out, because I was like, alright, I had some distance on it, thought about it, wanted to do it, so, anyways, all that goes to say, thank you, Andre, for being kind, and thank you for saying that. Thankfully, I am doing much better than I was, at the time of that video's recording, so, thank you. Sarah, thank you so much. And I got it right. I know, and I apologize, Sarah, that you corrected it in your bio. But Sarah, thank you so much for letting me know that I mispronounced your name. But heart to you. Also, I believe you hit a good subscriber goal on your channel, so congratulations on that. It's a Luke. Let's see. And thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Angie, super chat from you. Thank you so much. Heart for you, Angie. You said, do you need to lighten your hair to get the blue to show up, or did it work with your natural color? No, my natural color is this, it doesn't show up on this camera super well, but it's kind of like a reddish color, and so it doesn't really show up too well, so they did lighten it a little bit, which is part of why I need to put in some repair stuff and why there's a little bit of split ends at the bottom here, because I just need to make sure that they don't get too damaged, because they did, I think, bleached it, so... I just trusted that. I know nothing on how to do hair, so I just said, "Hair lady, this is what I want. You're awesome. You figure out how to do the thing." All right. Hello, it's 3. Thank you very much, Vivi. Hello, it's 3 a.m. Love your hair. Thank you so much. Miss Wicked Wolf, what did you do for Easter? I did nothing. I edited for Easter. So I did grow up in a Catholic home. Roman Catholic, my mom's side, Wesleyan actually on my dad's side. But I'm not super religious, not against anyone who is. But that all being said, I don't really celebrate any religious holidays other than Christmas. And that's more like just, I like being with the family and giving presents to people. So I didn't really do anything for Easter. So, especially since if I'm back with family, I'll celebrate it. But if I'm by myself, I'm just like, it's another day. So, Gabrielle, thank you so much for the super chat. You were lovely. Heart to you. I really appreciate it. You said, Jessie, you're very important in this universe. Do not cease to exist. Thank you. I will someday, but hopefully not for a very long time. But thank you so much for that. With all the new shows coming out, sorry, my chat got cut off a little bit. How would you feel about a Star Trek crossover event like in the Arrowverse or MCU's Avengers? Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes. I think that needs to happen. There needs to be some sort of like big Star Trek event. I think that would be super, super cool. If I was Alex Kurtzman, sort of sitting there Kurtzman and thinking about what I would want to do for a big crossover event, I would probably, when one of the shows is going to end and they're going to start a new one, so like when either Discovery or Picard ends, whichever one comes first, I would probably like say, all right, we're going to do like a big event that'll sort of like end this era and like kick off the next one. You can even have like Jack Quaid and Tawny Newsome, who are the two lead characters who play the two lead characters from Lower Decks, have them like cameo, because they kind of look like their characters, Boimler and why am I blanking on the other? I'm just being terrible with names today. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She's like the best person ever, and I can't remember her name off the top of my head. I'm blanking like everyone's name except for Boimler and Tendi for some reason. Rutherford and... Oh my gosh, why am I blanking on her name? That's gonna bug me. That is going to bug me. But anyways, I totally forgot her name. Chat, please let me know, the main character of Lower Decks. Why am I blanking on her name? I hate myself for that. But anyways, you could have Tawny Newsome, who looks like her, and Jack Quaid, who looks like Boimler, appear in like a big crossover event. I mean, I would just love that. I think that would be so much fun. Oh my gosh, this is gonna bug me. Mariner, thank you, Sarah. Council of Geeks got Mariner. I am ashamed of myself. I am ashamed of myself. Council of Geeks, I believe, has only seen the first episode. I am angry. I am angry at myself. But anyways, Mariner. She looks like Mariner. So yeah, go back to the question. I think there should be sort of a big sort of event. Actually, if you're looking for like a big crossover event that I would love to see them do or do something similar to, I don't know if you could do it exactly this way, but there is a really good book trilogy called Star Trek Destiny. It's one of my favorite Star Trek series there is, and Star Trek Destiny is sort of set in the literary timeline, so like post Star Trek Nemesis, but sort of in the timeline that doesn't really exist now that Picard's happened. But anyways, it has a crossover with a bunch of different characters from all the different corners of the Star Trek universe. Star Trek Voyager characters are in there, Deep Space Nine characters are in there, Next Generation characters are in there, Enterprise characters are in there, and I won't spoil how that happens, but they have characters from Enterprise, and it all sort of like connects, and it's a sort of dealing with a Borg invasion of the Alpha Quadrant. Like the Borg finally just decided to full out invade the Alpha Quadrant and destroy the Federation, and so all these different crews come together to try and stop it. It's one of my favorite book series, and I highly adore it. And I think you could do something very similar as sort of like a big crossover event. You'd have to involve some element of time travel probably to get like Discovery and Lower Decks and Picard together, but I think you could do it. I think it'd be kind of fun. Let's see. Kate. What a strange question, Kate, but I love it. Sit in your half-shaven shame, says Council of Geeks. If you woke up in President Biden's body, what would you do? Oh, God. Order the best sushi in the world, first of all, because I could order anything, because the White House can order whatever. Then probably try to pass really progressive leftist legislation. And trying to enact that would probably be what I would do, and then immediately everyone would freak the hell out and be like, what's happening to Biden? Biden suddenly got super leftist all of a sudden. That would probably be what I happened. But also the sushi. I would do that's probably the more important part of that statement, right? Star Trek Endgame. Yes, Spicasta. I agree. That would be so much fun. Let's see. Oh, Jay, good. I'm glad you found the email. So I really appreciate that. Good. I'm glad you found the email. The new silhouette, your cut is pretty fucking amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Castelas. It'll be interesting because for my review tonight of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, my camera's over here, so I'll have a slightly different angle on my face for that. I'm curious to see what everyone thinks of like the slight angle on the. I think from the camera you actually get more of this side than the half-shaven side, but it is what it is. Vicky, hi Jessie, first time seeing you live. Well, welcome, Vicky. Everyone say hi to Vicky. Welcome. Good to see you live. Or be here live. I guess I'm not seeing you. I see your name. But welcome. It's good to see you. Drunk Skyrim is the best. That's been my experience. That's funny, because I was doing Drunk, last Saturday I was doing Drunk Oblivion, actually. And I was also doing Drunk Banjo 2. I've also been playing Witcher 3 a lot lately, though I might not play that drunk just because that's very story-driven, and I actually want to pay attention to the story. And I feel like story-based games that I haven't played yet are probably terrible games to play. Drunk, because that'd be when I was like, "What's going on? What's happening? I want to know. Let me just shush chat. I want to hear what's happening." So, Carlisle the Cinephile, heart to you. Welcome. Thank you so much for this super chat, and it's good to see you. What is the coolest, most expensive piece of... Most expensive? Ooh, that's a good question. I was going to say I know which one is the coolest. Piece of nerd merchandise that you own. So the coolest, by far, I have it right here. Woof. Oh no, I broke the stand. Well, I can fix it. It's just sort of fell off. But it's my Enterprise J. This freaking beast of a ship. Look at that. I showed this off when I opened it and got it, but I love this thing. It's the dumbest ship in all of Star Trek. The Enterprise J is literally the dumbest ship in all of Star Trek, and I adore it with all of my heart. It is so wonderful in its glorious stupidity. Look how wide that saucer is. It's like a plate. It's like a wide plate. I love it. It's so dumb. So that's probably the coolest. By coolest, I mean not cool at all, but I think it's the coolest. Let me put it back on here. Oh no, I'm burning everything. Most expensive though. Actually not entirely sure. I don't buy terribly expensive things, to be very honest, to be very frank with all of you. I'm a pretty cheap, I was going to say cheap B word, but I don't want to get demonetized here, but I think I'm fairly cheap. Maybe the Captain America shield, that might be the most expensive, but even that I got on a sale. And Newt's in here, by the way. Hey, Newt. Come say hi to everybody. Yeah? He's hiding behind me. Come on. Come and say hi. He'll probably pop up in a second. Let's see. Let's see. What do I want to do for... And also, the other thing with the half shaved looks, you have to, like, maintain keeping hair out of it a lot. I didn't realize that it was, like, a lot of hair maintenance involved. Most expensive. Yes, Newt, hi. I'm feeling the Captain America shield might be it, but I'm not entirely sure. So. And here, Newt's here, by the way. Good to see. If anyone wants to see good old Newt. He's purring up. He is purring up a storm right here. So. Aw, thank you very much, Robert Feldman. Sorry, I was catching up on the chat there. Heart to you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yes, hi, Newt. Hi. Yes. Yes, buddy. I love you, too. Thank you, and thank you for saying amazing hair. I really appreciate that. Is Newt a cat or a newt? He is both a cat and a newt. Oh my gosh, so much hair maintenance. There we go. It's about time for Jessie to get a package delivery tonight. Seems like a Thursday tradition now. I know, right? I don't think I have any packages on the way. I had to reorder my Tendi costume for my Tendi cosplay that I'm going to be doing. So I did reorder that, but I don't think it's going to be here for another few days. So I don't think we're going to be getting that. So, yes, Newt. Hi, you are very hyperactive right now, aren't you? Aren't you? This is the first time we've heard... Is this the first time you've heard Newt meow, Mr. Wicked Wolf? He meows a lot. Meow, bud. You gonna meow? Or are you just going to be... You just want attention. That's what he wants right now. He just wants all the attention and scratches. Newt got better, says some random geek. Good to see you, by the way. He's getting all the scritches. Good scritches. Who likes the good scritches? Yes, you do. Until you don't, and then you bite my hand, and then you run away because you're like, I'm done. I'm done with the scritches. And that's how you choose to tell me, by biting my hand. Anywho. Let's see. Any other questions? Anything else that the chat wants to talk about? Black cats are the best. There he is. Did you hear that? He just meowed again. And now he's putting his butt on the mic, so you're probably hearing that too. Alright. Well, thank you, A Human Grow. It was good to see you. Everyone's just talking about Newt. Everyone's just talking about you, Newt. No one wants to hear me chat anymore. It's all about the kitty. It's always about the kitty. Yes, okay. You're gonna start licking my arm again like you did the other night? Maybe Newt bites you because he tastes good. Yeah, well, Newt, he likes licking my palm. Watch this. Watch this. Oh, is he not? Oh, I guess he just wants to rub. Generally, he will try to, he'll try to lick my palm here. Nope, I guess not. Hey, Maggie the Goblin, good to see you. Huh, I did not know that. Cappuccino Crafts. Meowing is just sounds cat develops just to talk to humans. I did not know that. That's actually kind of cool. Yeah, if you're Biden now, would that make Bidenism a real thing? I guess so. I guess though. Just needs to go on the Percast now. Ian Manning, how do you think Q will be implemented in Picard? Oh, there he goes. Now he's licking my palm. I can't really see it though. Ian, so for those of you who didn't hear, John Delancey is going to. They announced John Delancey is going to be in the new season of Star Trek Picard. It is interesting. We don't really have an inkling of the story for season 2 yet. There were kind of hints and allusions in the trailer that it was going to do with time. Because, like, Picard says, the final frontier, the real final frontier is time, or something like that. So my assumption would be there's maybe time travel involved. We got, like, the look of the Stargazer and everything. So I would probably think that maybe it involves time travel, and Q would probably be the impetus. Kind of similar to what they did in All Good Things, the finale of Star Trek The Next Generation. But I don't know. It might not go that way. Who knows? So I'm honestly curious. My big thing, though, is two things that they need to do for bringing Q back is he needs to confront Guinan. I want to know more about the Guinan Q sort of background. I don't necessarily want them to like spell it all out to like give us their full history to like say this is exactly what happened between these two, but give us a little bit more, something more concrete, like maybe an event that happened with them. Like we don't need to hear the whole history, but like one thing that happened when they encountered each other. Because I think giving us something concrete to like kind of like invest into and like think about, as opposed to it being as nebulous as it was in Next Generation, but not fully fleshing it out, still remains somewhat of a mystery. I think that would probably be the most fun way to implement that. Let's see. Elizabeth Kennedy Bayer, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. And yes, Newt, I'm coming back to you. I had to give the nice person a nice heart. Are you ops, command, or science? Oof. See, I'm not ops. I am not that handy. I could never be handy enough to be ops. I want to say I'm science, but I'm also probably not that good at science. Like, there's a reason I didn't go into science stuff. I mean, I did fine in science in school, but it was never my thing. So I'd probably say if I had to pick one, I would probably pick command. I feel like I could make good command decisions. I feel like I could, negotiate with people really well. I think that's what a lot of what I do on the channel is trying to negotiate different sides of things and different discussions while never losing sight of, like, the main goal and who's most harmed. So I feel like I would probably do best in command, but honest to gosh, I probably would not be in Starfleet at all in the Star Trek universe. I would probably be like a civilian or a journalist or something like that. I probably would not have joined Starfleet if I was in the Star Trek universe at all. So, and also sorry if Newt's hitting the mic, so apologies if you're hearing that. If only Q could be deep faked as Discord. Yeah. Let's see. Just another brokener. Good to see you, by the way. Good to see you got in here. Let's see. Hi, Jessie. Did you finish Cyberpunk 2099? I think I'm assuming you meant 2077. Does the time with the game change your opinion on it at all? Yeah, I beat the main story of it, and like most of the general side missions for 2077, like all the big ones, like with all the main characters and stuff. I'm trying to remember. I'm blanking on most of the names. The one girl who's like the outcast girl that you become friends with, and is if you're a guy, V, you can romance her. And Newt's leaving now. I'm blanking on her name. Cyberpunk 20. What I will say, I guess, without looking up all the stuff on her, Panem. That's her name. Panem is the best character in that game easily by far. But what I will say is I actually really liked Cyberpunk 2077. I thought it was honestly a solid game. I thought the world was really cool and actually very well developed. I feel like there was always these interesting nooks and crannies to explore and to find. But the gameplay was good enough. Like, it wasn't super deep, but it was good enough. For me, for that type of game. Like, for the games that big, I actually don't want, like, super deep systems. Everyone's like, I need, like, super... It's like, I'd rather, like, just a cool system to help me, like, do some cool combat and more, like, help me explore the world. And I feel for that, it was actually very, very good. And the story was very, very solid, too. It didn't knock my socks off. But I think there was some specific stuff, like with Panem. I think there was some really good world-building stuff with her, as well. In the series, but obviously the big thing is just the bugs were. My game crashed several times, especially during the final mission. This was before the big patch that released because I played it on PS4. So many bugs. And also, to be fair, Night City is not a place that I like want to stay in for super long. Which is part of like what I was kind of feeling about it from the beginning. Is like, I don't really want to live, haircut aside, I don't really want to live in a cyberpunk dystopia. Like when it comes to like Oblivion and when it comes to even Fallout has like its like sarcastic charm to it that I'm like, oh, okay, I can see myself living in these worlds. I think it's really fun to exist in these worlds. But with Cyberpunk 2077, Night City is like an absolute dystopia, and it's like kind of hellish to live in, and I don't know if I wanted to completely live in it. So that was also the part of it that I was like kind of that kind of rubbed me off. But that's not necessarily a problem with the game. That's just sort of me investing into it. But obviously the problems with the bugs were a huge problem. But overall, I think it was actually a really good game. I actually really liked it if you sort of get past the bug stuff. Let's see. Johanna Miller. I need to catch up on some super chats here. Johanna Miller, good to see you. Heart to you. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. You said, started watching for your JKR videos and stayed for your great personality. Oh, thank you. Also hadn't seen Trek in ages, and now you inspired me to watch again. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad I inspired you to watch Star Trek, because Star Trek is the best thing. But I'm glad the JKR videos were helpful as well. And speaking of her, my video coming out tomorrow will be on, not her specifically, she gets mentioned, but it is on TERFs and sort of breaking down the ideology of TERFs and why they're harmful and why they're hurtful to trans folks specifically. So that video will be coming tomorrow. It's a big video. It took me a lot of work and a lot of, to be very honest, a lot of emotional energy to do. So I hope you all appreciate it. If you don't like it, that's totally fine too. That's like, you don't owe me your enjoyment of my work. But I hope you do. I hope you all enjoy it, and I hope you all like it. So, and Vale, good to thank you so much. Heart to you. I really appreciate your super chat. And also, again, congratulations on getting back to work today. That's awesome. Your hair looks lovely, and I hope you have a beautiful night. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You are a blessing, and I'm so happy for the community you've created. I'm happy for like you being in the community, and you are a blessing. You are an absolute blessing, Vale. Both you and Corey are absolute blessings of human beings, and I am very honored to have both of you here. So thank you so much. I'm going to give you an extra heart, because I know you were dealing with a lot of crap these past few days, so I'm just giving you an extra heart. And this one's for only you, Vale. Not Corey. Don't tell Corey that this heart isn't for him. This heart is only for you, Vale. Let's see. MC Fractal, this heart is for you, MC Fractal. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Never stop being a child at times. It's one of the few things that makes being an adult worthwhile. That was always my thing. Is like, I never want to try and not be a kid, you know? I always want to try and, I always had this thing when I was younger, is like, if I ever stop being wondered by things in the world or by other people, then I've made a mistake in my life. Like, I always want to try to find wonder and joy and excitement in the world. Like, yes, there are going to be hard times that I have to deal with, and like adult stuff that I have to do. But I always want to make sure I find time to just find wonder and joy in the world, and just relish in being an absolute child, and being like, hi Newt, and just relish in, I don't know, just the silly things in life, the dumb things in life, like that Enterprise J over there. I was joking about it earlier, but I really do love it. It's such a dumb, silly, dumb thing, and it just brings me so much, like, joy for something being so silly. Yes, buddy. Hi. Newt is wanting attention again. Oz, thank you so much for the super chat. Heart to you. I appreciate you. And sorry, Corey, you got denied a heart, but this is for Oz. Good to see you. I always miss your lives because of training, but I'm glad I'm able to make this one. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you so much, and live long and prosper to you too. I really appreciate you, Oz. So I'm glad you were able to make this live stream. And oh my gosh, it's Coffee with Lucian. Okay, Coffee with Lucian, you get a huge heart. Also, I'm gonna embarrass you for a minute. Coffee with Lucian is my best friend in the whole world. I adore him. He's one of my favorite people. I've known him since college. I won't say anything more than that, because I don't want to talk about you without your permission. But I am just letting everyone know, Coffee with Lucian, wonderful human being who I adore. Friend for a very, very long time, and this is your first time that I've seen you in a live chat, so I'm so excited to see you, because you are absolutely lovely. And it was your birthday yesterday, so happy belated birthday to you. I can actually physically say that to you, even though I texted it to you. But you actually had a question, so I will answer your question, even though you could ask me that any dang time you wanted, and you know it. But what recent game do you think has the best balance in its gameplay system? Ooh, good question. Corey, could we put Jessie in a timeout? Ooh, that's a good question. What have I played recently? I feel like probably the best balance in this game. So when you're asking that, I'm trying to like think of like, when I think balance, I think like a gameplay system that like enables me to build out the gameplay system, and like it feels built out enough, like there's enough going on in it that I feel like I can progress in it, that I'm learning things throughout the game, that even at the end of the game I feel like I'm learning something new, but it never feels like it's overly overabundance, because that's my main problems with games. I hate games that have like too many systems, and I'm like, I don't really care to know half of these. Like, that's my problem with Witcher 3 right now. Witcher 3 has like, it has alchemy, and it has like crafting, and it has stuff, and some of it you have to engage with, like the armor fixing up stuff you have to engage with, which I hate anything that has durability in it. Any video game that has durability in it, I hate it. Though I can overcome it in some cases, like Witcher 3, but I hate durability. But I would probably say the game that I played most recently that has the best balance in systems would probably be Ghost of Tsushima. Because Ghost of Tsushima, I'm mispronouncing that terribly, but Ghost of Tsushima, I feel like it had enough systems where it's like, I could build stuff out, I could build out my character the way I wanted to, and there was like different tracks and ways to develop it, but it never felt like overly abundant or overly confusing, and it never felt like there was like things that I'm like, oh god, should I go into this, like what is this, that sort of thing. So I feel like that probably was the most recent game that I really, really loved that did that. I'm trying to think of like what overall would probably be my favorite. I'd actually have to like sit and like look at like a list of games that to be able to like fully tell you that. But I feel like Ghost of Tsushima probably is the closest for that. So. And thank you for the question. Yes, you gonna bite me now? Are you done? Are you done being pet? And you just want to sit here? I was just petting him. Newt I don't know if you saw that on camera, but Newt just bit me because he's like, I don't want to be pet anymore, but I just want to exist near you. So, do you want pets? Or okay. You do still want pets. You are a persnickety little thing, and I love you with all of my heart. Okay. I'm glad. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat. I'm glad everyone's saying happy birthday to Lucian. Also, I haven't... there, I see your hearts. Hearts to you, Lucian. Let's see. Trying to catch up. Trying to see what's going on in the chat. I first watched Star Trek in black and white. Dang, that is impressive, Michelle. Aw. Hope, that is super kind. Coffee with Lucian is a wonderful friend. Like I said, my best friend. Panda Pup, hi from Mexico. I love your content and you're so lovely. Well, you're so lovely, Panda, and thank you. It's good to see you from Mexico. Miss McGoodwolf, you probably do taste good to do. Yeah, I'm fairly sure I do because he did. Like, I don't know if you can see this, but he's not gonna do it on camera. He's being camera shy. But like, if I hold my hand out like this to him, he'll come up and just start licking my palm. Sometimes he like aggressive. Like I'll be petting him, and he'll like push my hand into his face so that he could start licking my palm. And I don't know why. I don't know what. Like, I wash my hands. I don't know what is on my palm that he finds so delicious. And did you just rub up against my boob? He just rubbed up against my boob. You little weirdo. Little pervert cat. So. Does Newt like belly rubs? No, Newt does not. Newt does not like belly rubs whatsoever. You do not touch Newt's belly. He hates that. No, what he likes is he just likes face scratches. Those are his thing. He loves the face scratches. And oh, Teresa, thank you so much. I really appreciate the super chat. Heart to you. Thank you for being you. You are absolutely lovely. This heart is for you. Does Newt ever nibble on your hair? Everyone's just asking questions about you, Newt. He never nibble. Kind of. He'll like lick it sometimes when I'm asleep, but it's only happened like once or twice. Like if I wake up, he'll sometimes be like sleeping next to me on the pillow next to me, and sometimes he'll like come in and like lick my hair a little bit. But it doesn't happen very often. It happens I think it's happened like 2 or 3 times maybe in my life. Or his life, I guess I should say. Taking care of my sister's dog called Narcho. Oh, that's a good... Nacho or Narcho? Both are great names. I'm just curious. Cats do seem to... Council of Geeks are Veer, I should say. Cats do seem to be all love or all hate when it comes to the belly love. Yeah, I had... And he's heading out again. I had a cat way back when I was younger. Her name was... Technically, her name was T-Shirt. I named her T-Shirt because I'm a weirdo like that. But my family hated the name T-shirt, so we just called her Miss T. And everyone who came over to the house like thought we called her Misty. But her actual name and what we actually were saying, we never said Misty. We always said Miss T. She loved belly rubs. She absolutely adored like she would want belly rubs for days. And she was also my favorite cat, because that house had like 5 cats. My mom's a bit of a crazy cat lady, and the other 4 cats I loved, but she was my cat. All the other cats are either my stepdad or my mom's, but that cat Misty was my cat. And she was the one, like, if I would always sleep with my arm like this, and she would come up and curl up in the nook of my arm, and then I would just, like, scratch her belly, and she would just purr, and she'd always, whenever my parents were divorced, so whenever I came home from my dad, she would just follow me around the house for hours, because she missed me, even if I was only gone for a day. So I adored Miss T. Sadly, she passed away, 5 years ago now at this point, but I missed her so much, so. Gretchen Badger, thank you so much for the super chat. Heart to you. I really appreciate the super chat. Let's see. Jessie, just wanted to say that I see and greatly appreciate the emotional that you've been putting into your videos. Thank you so much, Gretchen. I really appreciate that. Love you and love your channel tons. Heart, heart, heart. Well, thank you so much, Gretchen Badger. Yeah, it is. Especially, some videos are really easy to do. Most of the ones on Star Trek are honestly, like, those just kind of flow out of me pretty easily. That sounded dirty, but yeah, we'll keep it that way. Yeah, the Star Trek videos are actually honestly pretty simple. Everything else is all varying degrees of harder. And like, depending on the topic, I get really stressed out. I feel like, and not to hype it up, but just being honest about it. I think I talk about it in the video. The video that's coming out tomorrow, the video on TERFs was probably the one that I felt most anxious about while writing, because, at least, that's coming out. Just because that one I wanted to make sure I got right, and really do my research on it. So I hope it ends up being good. I hope everyone likes it. I'm sure some people will not, just inherently based on the topic at hand. But yeah, it just sort of, it depends on the topic, but some of them are really hard. That one, and I talk about this in the video, so I won't spoil, I guess, but that one was particularly difficult. Had a couple breakdowns right in that one, but hopefully worth the breakdowns, if anything's worth breakdowns, I guess. But and I'm apologies, I'm going to say this incorrectly, so apologies. I'm just going to say it up front. I might get it right, but I do apologize if I get it wrong. Mix Maria 28, heart to you for the super chat. Really appreciate that. You are absolutely lovely. This heart is totally for you. Let's see. Your hands don't taste like cat spit at all. No worries, I'll fix it. I am always up to talk about Star Trek, Corey. Always up to talk about Star Trek. I pity the fool who messed with Miss T. Oh, you all are lovely. You all are absolutely lovely. Let's see. Love the earring. I love this earring. It's one of my favorite earrings. I adore this. I mean, I wear it in like every video, but I love this earring. Everyone keeps asking where I got it, and I do not know. But I know I got it at Emerald City Comic-Con, which is the Comic-Con here in Seattle. I got it here like 2 years ago when I went to the Comic-Con here. So what I'm hoping is that I'm going to be able to go to Emerald City Comic-Con probably next year, because there isn't one this year, because for obvious reasons. But I'm going to go to it next time, find the people who made these. Hopefully they're still around. Find the people who made these, get their business card, and share it out with all of you. Because so many of you, like literally so many of you, ask me where I got this earring, and I do not know. But I want to let you all know, because the people who made these earrings deserve to be credited, because they're great. Oh, thank you so much, Terry. Your latest video was amazing. I really appreciate that. Also, I saw a question earlier. Someone asked me if I have a Nintendo Switch. I do have a Nintendo Switch. I've had it for like 5 years at this point. Probably less than that. Probably four years. I got it like 7 or 8 months after it came out, so I've had it for a few years at this point. So whenever that is. Mix Maria 28. Oh, I'm sorry. Apologies. Well, heart to you again for the super chat. You get I'm giving you an extra heart. This is an extra heart because you had to do another super chat on accident because you accidentally sent a blank one. So you're getting all these. I'm breaking and making these hearts for you because you deserve all of them. I'm sorry you had to accidentally do 2 super chats. I apologize for that. Heart to you. But you said, I totally didn't mean to send a blank super chat. I'm so tired. Ha ha ha. Toddlers and infants, man. Love your hair and pet your kitty for me. I will. Most definitely. Newt will get all the pets for you. is he? He's hiding right there. He's literally just sitting right there looking. I don't know what he's looking at, but he's just hanging out. He's right there. So, there's Newt. Let's see. Emerald City as in Wizard of Oz Emerald City? I think so. I think that's what they named it after, but I also don't know if Seattle's, like, sort of known as, like, the Emerald City or whatever, but... Just finished, Ian says, just finished watching Discovery, loved it. Well, I'm glad. I love Discovery, too. It's great. I have a lot of fun with it. I'm excited for Season 4. They just released the trailer for Season 4, and I was very excited about it. I like their new uniforms they have for Season 4. Because I didn't like the gray uniforms all that much, to be very fair. To be very honest with all of you. Beer or wine for upcoming Saturday night video, live video? I will probably be doing beer. I almost always do beer. I'm more of a beer. I will drink wine. I'm not against wine, but I'm more of a beer person. So, like I said, I will be doing another video game Saturday night live stream. So, if you want to join for that, I will be probably doing the beer, because I'm honestly a bit of a beer snob. Like, I'm not like crazy knowledgeable about beer, but I am a bit of a craft beer snob. I do like a good craft beer. And I let me put it this way: when I go home to visit my family, I am known as the beer snob. But I don't think, like, if you put me in an actual room with other beer snobs who, like, know their stuff, I wouldn't even be able to hold a candle to them. But in a room full of like, people who know nothing about beer, I am definitely the one that has the most particular quirks when it comes to in beers that I enjoy. So, let's see. Angie Pugh, heart to you. Thank you so much again for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Sending you love. I saw a bunch of trans folk get doxxed in an education group I was in. I think I saw you mention this when you went back at the beginning of the chat before I started the live stream. I saw you were talking about that. I'm wondering if you might have any advice for me as a cis person to help ensure I don't inadvertently endanger any of my trans loved ones. First piece of advice with any situations like that or with this is always talk to the trans person first with any piece of information that you want to share or talk about or open up about them. So, you know, not every trans person is comfortable sharing all of these different things about them, or about, like, or some of them aren't out. Some of them don't want to talk about themselves. Some of them don't want people to know that they're trans. People don't want them to know what state they're from, things like that. So if you're able, always, you know, talk to the trans person first to ensure that what they are comfortable with and what they are comfortable with revealing and talking about in any situation. You know, just don't even mention that, oh, they live on the south side of town, something, whatever you want to say. Just always kind of be careful about that. Let them sort of take the lead on that. In doxing situations, that's difficult. I've never actually had to deal with that in any way that was, like, super dangerous for me or for anyone else. I've been doxed once, but it was, like, of an address that I no longer lived at, so it was kind of like, okay, whatever. So that has happened, but it was just sort of like whatever, so I didn't really deal with it all that much. I mean, obviously the first thing to do is try and delete the information. If it's on, like, a board or Facebook board, if you know the moderators or can draw attention to the moderators, get it deleted ASAP. And like I said, I think the best thing is just ask advice from the trans person. Like, always, like, see what their feelings, like, what do you want me to do? If they've been doxxed, be like, what do you want me to do? Is there anything I can do? Or should I just sit on the side and sort of, like, let you know that I am here? And that's another thing, too. Just be like, look, I may not be able to do anything. You may not want me to do anything. But if you want me, I am available. So that, even just that show of support can mean a ton to people. Newt, what are you doing? Just sort of came in and looked and then walked away. So that would be my advice in that situation. But to be fair, I don't have a ton of experience with dealing with doxing. It's just not something that I've had a ton of experience dealing with. So that does suck, and I'm sorry that happened in the book group that you were involved in. That sucks. That really does. For the next super chat, D Duval 59, heart to you. Thank you so much for the super chat. You are lovely. Let's see. I'm nervous that Q is going to not be written well in new Trek. I like him and Jean-Luc Picard so much. Makes me nervous. Loved your trans athlete video, by the way. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the trans athlete video. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm willing to give him a chance. My problem with Star Trek Picard as a show was not the characterization. I had no problem with how they characterized any of the characters. Some people said, oh, 7 of 9 was badly characterized. I actually thought 7 of 9, they captured 7 of 9 perfectly in Picard. I thought the way they took Picard was surprising, but it felt in line with who he was. Like, I could see that having been the route that he took with his life, sort of being more, sort of like quitting Starfleet and sort of making that righteous stand, but then sort of becoming stagnant in his life, at least stagnant in how he wanted to live his life. So when it comes to characterization, I don't feel like Picard was the problem with that show. So I feel like, you know, you're welcome to be nervous about it, but my worry isn't necessarily going to be that they're going to mischaracterize Q. I think that they will do it. I trust them to do a fairly good job with Q. And to be very honest with you, Q has always someone had a bit of a nebulous characterization throughout Star Trek. If you kind of look at different characters, this goes to the theory that some people have that there are actually multiple different Qs. There's not just one Q. That they may all look the same, but they're actually different, and just present the same and present as the same looking person to Picard. But if you look across his different characterizations, while John Delancey sort of plays him very similarly, Q has sometimes been like an enigmatic friend, someone who is like, I'm here to like poke at you and be a friend with you, Picard, but you know, I do kind of see us as buddies. That's the Q that I actually like the most, the one who's like kind of the Loki trickster god type of Q. But then there's also sometimes the more menacing Q, the like jerk that you got to see an encounter in Farpoint. And also the episode, I believe, where like there's like the young daughter Q sort of person. I forget what that episode's called. But then in that one, he's also a little bit more menacing as well. And then you also have the Q who is like just completely crazy kind of Q. So Q has always had an inconsistent characterization, long and short of it. So I'm not really worried about that. I'm more worried about with Picard is just them paying off their storylines. I thought there was a lot of good ideas in Star Trek Picard Season 1, but I ultimately thought that how they finished up that season was rushed and ultimately did not do justice to all the good ideas they had. Like, so many of their ideas could have spread out over 2 or 3 seasons, not just one. And so I was kind of disappointed that they kind of like rushed it and didn't really do any of them justice. So that would be more my concern. So I hope that they're more honed in. But as for characterization of Picard, I'm not terribly worried about that, because I think their characterization was fairly strong for all the characters across that show. Yeah. Let's see. Reinhardt68, thank you so much for the super chat and good to see you. Heart to you. You said, just wanted to say sorry I'm late to the live stream. Don't, you know, people keep let me just put this up right here. Let me put this right here. People keep apologizing for coming late to the live stream, and while I am certainly glad that you made it to the live stream, I'm glad to have you here. Don't apologize, you did nothing wrong. Stream go away. It says reconnection successful. Sorry, I got a little pop-up here, so hopefully I didn't lose everything. Just trying to make sure my live stream didn't go away. So apologies if you're seeing me doing this. I'm just waiting for the live stream to... Oh, okay, it did just jump. Okay, there was just a weird jump in the edit there, so... okay, good. You might have just noticed that there was a weird jump for me. I said on my screen that the OBS disconnected and came back, but it looks like it's all good. Anyways, but yeah, I was saying before, like, just saying thank you. I should be saying thank you to all of you for coming to the chat. You shouldn't be saying sorry that you were late. I'm just glad you're here. So my friend is there was more to that super chat. My friend has raised his money for his surgery, so happy for him. Well, good, that's awesome. I know you were asking for help on that, so that's great. Let's see. T Gowan, thank you so much for your super chat. Heart to you. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate your super chat. Heart to you. Let's see. There was someone asked a question earlier that I wanted to make sure I grabbed. Oh, I just wanted to agree. C. McPoet, Samuel Smith makes an oatmeal stout, makes a good oatmeal stout. I love oatmeal stouts. Oatmeal stouts are my favorite. If anything, I'm a beer snob for as well. I am a huge oatmeal stout fan. Stouts are my favorite type of beer. I adore stouts. So, Meg Guzman, thank you so much for saying you love the hair. I really appreciate that. And do you like this part? But yeah. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, wow, it's almost 7. So I have a bit of work to do tonight before Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I'm going to actually wrap this up fairly soon here. So I'll take 1 or 2 more questions, then I got to wrap up because I got to go make dinner, and then I got to do a little bit of work before doing some other stuff. So, which series, movie, uniform is your favorite? Says Sarah. Ooh, good question. I was actually just thinking about maybe doing a ranking video for the Star Trek uniforms. I would have to say, I think probably my favorite Star Trek uniform is I really, really love the TOS, the disco style TOS uniform. So the one that Captain Pike and Spock and Number 1 wear over on the Enterprise in the finale of Disco, and the ones that they're probably going to be wearing for Strange New Worlds. I probably have to say those are actually my personal favorite ones. I adore them. Followed by probably the Nemesis, like the Star Trek Nemesis, the sort of, or Deep Space Nine, the sort of gray Dominion War era uniforms. Even though I don't love gray, for some reason those just always look good to me. But probably the Disco TOS style, I think, was probably my personal favorite. I adore those. They're bright and colorful, yet kind of unique and cool. They kind of have a more modern vibe to them. Like, they don't feel like people are just wearing t-shirts. They do have like a more like quality to them, but they still kind of have that like childlike poppy vibe to them that I really, really enjoy. So I think that's probably my favorite Star Trek costume. David Johnson, heart to you. Thank you so much, David. I really appreciate your super chat. And Mickey, thank you so much for your super chat. Heart to you as well. Good luck on your work. Thank you for being so awesome as usual. Thank you for being awesome, Mickey. You are absolutely wonderful. And Ben Wilson, heart to you. Thank you so much for your super chat. Yesterday I watched your video on harassment, visibility, and consumable identity. These videos meant a lot to me. Big love. Well, I'm so glad you liked them. I'm glad that they were helpful, and I'm glad that you enjoyed them. And thank you for being part of the chat. And thank you for being part of the super chat, Ben. Couple other questions. I'll do a quick rapid fire because I feel bad that I missed a few questions here. So I'm going to do a quick little rapid fire here. Starts with my favorite type of beer too, so some random geek. Get any questions in. If you have any questions that I can answer really quickly, get them in onto the wire in the next 2 minutes, and I'll answer them before I disappear. So just say that. What do you think of psychedelics? Says Jose. They're great. Never tried them. I've never done them. I've known people who do them. I have nothing against them. I think they can be, if taken responsibly, I think that they can be really good things. So nothing against them. Let's see. Catching up on the chat. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. That's the answer to that nightmare. Do you have an OnlyFans? No, I do not, and I probably will not start one. Nothing against OnlyFans. Not judging anyone who has an OnlyFans. I do not have I think it's more just I don't have enough confidence in my own sexiness to have an OnlyFans. I'd probably get very like, I don't like that. People, you all may disagree, and that's fine. That's just up here. Favorite character on Lower Decks? Tendi. Easily Tendi. Not even a question. It's Tendi. Pineapple on pizza? No. I will eat it if it's there. I don't despise pineapple on pizza, but I would never actively search it out. It's probably the best way to do it. Don't have a question. Just loving your hair. You're awesome, says Paige Olivia. And let's see, Amaya Zope, do you like dragons? Well, I'll end with that question because the easy answer is, do I like dragons? Well, let that just kind of answer that for you right there. Kind of like dragons a little bit. All right, everybody. You are all lovely and wonderful. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate that. You're all lovely and wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm giving you all hearts to everybody. You're all beautiful and wonderful and sexy people. You're all sexy. And I adore you all. Just quick announcements. Just the only big thing is just tomorrow is the turf video. Obviously, there's, we're going to be talking about turfs, so obviously it's a bit of a harder subject, but I hope you all enjoy it. That video will be going up at 11 o'clock tomorrow, so join me for the live chat. So yeah, 11 o'clock tomorrow live. That's the only big announcement at the moment. I got a few big announcements that are going to be coming up in the next few weeks, but nothing just yet to announce. So Few big channel announcements coming. Oh, I should also say too, Saturday night, probably around like 8 or 9 at night. We'll see exactly when, but 8 or 9 Pacific time, I'll be doing a drunk live stream again. So get your beers ready. We'll be playing some video games Saturday evening. And that's it. So, all right. Love you all, people. Have a wonderful night, and I will bid you all adieu, and I will see you soon. Live long and prosper. Ah, crap. No, I don't even have the link up. Oh no, I closed the link. I have to like reopen the link to turn this off. Usually have it ready. Now you hear me. I actually have to literally go into the link. Okay, here it is. Okay. You're all lovely. You're beautiful people. Have a wonderful night.